What do we want? Change. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Change. When do we want it? Now. George Floyd was murdered for being black, for the whole world to see. His last words, "I can't breathe," that could easily have been you or me. To name just a few: George Floyd, Breonna Taylor and Tamar Rice, that's man, woman and child, for being black, murdered by a police force that's far, far too wicked and wild. We have protests all over, from the Americas, New Zealand, Belgium, Germany, Kenya, Ghana, as well as France. Other countries too, the world having enough, and now it takes a stance. Those who say all lives matter, like we are trying to deceive, deny that Black Lives Matter. Black lives are the ones in danger. Is that so hard to believe? Black lives are under constant threat of abuse, even the threat of death from the racist. So people, we all come together to protest, to stand up and to resist. The world, and right here in Britain, Boris, tell your BMPs, and in the USA, Trump, tell your KKK, their time is up, because the people and their protests are here to stay. A burden, the pain, the names, discrimination and being hated from a child for all your years, walking around carrying the weight of unfounded people's fears. It's so hard as some make it so obvious, something most of us have sussed. Simple things like walking in a shop and being treated with mistrust. Stopped by the police when you've done no wrong, and then at times they can make up a lie, and in so many cases this has caused a black person to die. Right here in the city, Mzee Mohammed, his memory will never be gone. His family still without justice, as he was left for dead on the floor of Liverpool 1. The police the world over say they do not wish to cause a fatality. Then why is it they even condone this persistent brutality? This is not just about George Floyd, who we have seen how evil and cruelly he died. 8 minutes 46 seconds, a catalyst for this struggle, from the pain in which he cried. The tears of women and children we see all too often, but when the men are reduced to crying, the world has to stop and put an end to black people dying. What do we want? Change. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Change. When do we want it? Now.